It's when things start to go wrong that the smaller parachutes have much higher consequences. It's when you have to make it back from a long spot. It's when somebody cuts you off in the pattern. It's when, let's say the winds are shifty and now you're landing downwind or crosswind or anything like that. And on smaller parachutes,
Hey guys, this is Catherine Bernier from Skydive Vibes, sharing the passion of skydiving and helping you become a better and safer skydiver. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So today in this video we have Beau Riebe from Performance Designs. How are you?
hey, I'm doing great, thanks.
Great, and we are at the PIA Symposium 2019, so Beau accepted to take some time and talk to us about his thoughts and his advice on canopy progression. So when it's time for you to change, you want to downsize, you are looking for another type of canopy, what do you really need to consider as a starting skydiver?
Sure thing, right on. So a lot of times people want to go down a size because they want more speed. They want to fly faster, let's say, and they think that they're going to get more performance from going down a size. What really, like, the better way to get more performance is actually to become a better pilot yourself rather than change the parachute. You should always be out flying your parachute before you change to the next one or the next size. So I think it's really important that people take the time and really try and learn every single flying style, every characteristic of their certain parachute, and then once they've really conquered that and they feel very confident in their abilities, and then they can consider going to the next one. So then, on that note, like, something that I see a lot, so my job is the tour rep. I travel the country. I talk to people all over the country about their skydiving experiences and parachutes. Something that I often see, or I have this conversation a lot, is the fact that you may be thinking that you're ready for the next size. Let's say you have, I don't know, 50, 100, 200, 300, whatever, jumps on a certain parachute. You may be thinking that you're ready for the next size because you can stand up all your landings and you're feeling good on it. The scary thing, though, when you go down a size isn't what happens when everything goes right. It's not you coming in, landing in your nice home drop zone, no one's around you, everything's easy, you do it well, sweet, that's good. It's when things start to go wrong that the smaller parachutes have much higher consequences. It's when you have to make it back from a long spot. It's when somebody cuts you off in the pattern. It's when let's say the winds are shifty and now you're landing downwind or crosswind or anything like that. And on smaller parachutes, those, that's just going to be a lot more challenging to have to deal with all that stuff. So it's really important then to take all the time on the larger parachutes that are more forgiving and learn those skills. And you can only do that by doing more jumps on them, repetition, jump it more and more and more. So you're not going to get those skills by just doing 10 jumps on a parachute and saying you're ready for the next one, simply because it's just not enough time. You're not exposed to enough weird scenarios where things don't go perfectly right. You have to give yourself time to be exposed to these funky skydiving situations so that you can learn from them. And then hopefully you've learned it on a forgiving parachute. You've built the skills up easy. You have a nice foundation. So when you move down to the next size, it just kind of comes naturally. You have a better foundation for it.
Okay, and I've heard you guys say actually that sometimes instead of downsizing, you could just change type of canopy. That would provide a little bit more thrill or a little bit more things to try out before downsizing.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So the general rule of thumb is to either change the canopy size or the canopy plan form, the model of the parachute. Try not to change both those things at once. So let's say you're going to go from a 135 Sabre 2, or you're flying 135 Sabre 2, and you're thinking about going to a Katana. Instead of going to a 120 Katana, maybe go to a 120 Sabre 2 and then a Katana, or a 135 Katana.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so change either the size and stay with the same model, or stay with the same size and change the model.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a great tip right there. So thanks a lot, Beau,
There you go.
for your time. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon.
Bye-bye. Sweet,
Quick,
easy.
sweet, and easy. Thank you, guys.
Wham bam.